Okay, man. We got a real special guest in the house today, man. I got King David Jr., good singer from the D. You from the Detroit, right?
Yep, Detroit, West Side.
Yo, that's what's up. So how long, have you been, doing music?
I've been doing it since I was like, right out of high school.
Okay.
Because I used to rap, back in high school, used to battle rap, but once singing came into the picture, I found that I could sing, I just kind of slowly, gradually left the rap alone. Just, went into the music and singing and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you was like, so you basically well-rounded though with the music. It doesn't matter, with rap or singing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Who's some of your, influences, like, to get you into the music?
I would say Prince more so
Really?
than Michael. Michael, I like the look and the performance, but musically it was Prince. People like Lenny Kravitz, people who did things that were different, they always appealed to me.
That makes sense.
But my mother had listened to a lot of old school stuff like Al Green.
Look at the R&B classics.
Yeah, I had a great uncle. When he died, he left a lot of his old music. He was a DJ, and he left that to us. And his wife gave it to me. She was like, "Well, I'm not going to listen to his stuff. You listen to it." So there was all types of music, from blues to jazz to comedy, Dolomite and stuff like that.
That's what's up.
Old stuff like that. So I was juicing up like it was sunshine as a kid.
Yeah, that's what's up. Like, so what's your process, of making music? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get to making music? Walk us through that.
My process of making music, a lot of times, because I can't read or write music.
You mean like notes, or you mean like actual writing the music?
I can't read and write notes and stuff like that, and chords and stuff like that. I started playing with the guitar. I'm about to pick it up again. I'm just basically gonna teach a guy to teach me my songs and that type of thing. But my process before I met Mel Melodic, I was just doing stuff inside of my head. A guy told me this. He said, if you practice a song 500 times back to back, take a rest, and finish through the whole day, you'll never forget it in your life. So a lot of my songs before I met Melodic, I had it locked in my head.
Wow, you got a good memory, machine, you got going on right there.
Yeah. A lot of people say that. I was in an accident. I used to live in Jackson, Mississippi when I was younger. And a guy that was jealous of me because his father was sort of like my stepfather or something like that. And he got mad. He hit me from the right, then I fell down and hit the curb. So
damn.
Had a lot, yeah. I still have a crack in my skull, but my mother said my face and skull had swelled up like 2 times its normal size. So I wasn't right, but I was right,
I'm glad that wasn't like a fatal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I had a lot of people say, had you not had that accident, you probably wouldn't be able to do this music the way you do, because you've never been classically trained. You really don't play a specific instrument or anything like that. So I prayed and prayed for a long time. I was messing with a guy from Motown. He was kind of a crook, it was like he wanted to sign a contract. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll sign the contract, but let my peoples listen to it. And he was like, well, we didn't bring up your cousin. I'm like, what? That's like a person boxing. You go to put your gloves and mouthpiece in. I go to put my mouthpiece in. You got a problem with it. I was like, man, fuck it. Just give me my goddamn money back.
Oh, so you actually paid for the contract?
No, for the music.
Oh, that you recorded together?
Yeah, we didn't record it. We was about to record it. And then I wanted somebody to look at the contract. He said, no. I'm like, what you hiding?
Yeah, I guess that is a red flag. Somebody that won't.
That was right there. It's like You go to put your mouthpiece, I go to put my mouthpiece, now you got a problem. And I'm putting my mouthpiece in to protect myself. So I kind of got discouraged after that. And it took me, I think it took me about damn near 8 years until I met Melodic.
Oh wow, really?
After that point, you know, because I had a situation, my stepfather had passed. I'm living with my mom, trying to take care of her. We going through things and stuff like that. And how it happened, I was at the Artist Village. Now, me and Melodic has a mutual friend. He's a rapper. He goes by the name of Goonie D. So I seen him at the Artist Village. I'm like, damn, I haven't seen this dude since high school. So, you know, we exchanged numbers. We hung out a couple of times, and he was telling me about this guy named Melodic. I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, he pretty good. I work with him. I was like, okay. So we went and picked him up. And I was like, okay. So when we went to the studio, I'm just sitting back, just observing Melodic, and I'm like, okay, this dude think he knows a little something. So I got by the piano, and Melodic was like, step over here, I want to see something. So he started going through chords, I think scales or something like that. And I could feel what he was doing. He was bringing out stuff that I never knew that I had. I was like, okay.
Wow.
So I walked away like, damn, that felt good.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, I can't wait to work with you. So, you know, after a while, you know, we exchanged numbers, and we all hooked it up. And basically, I had the songs inside of my head memorized years before I even met Mel.
Wow, the lyrics wrote already, or meaning like the sounds, like.
Not the sounds.
Yeah.
I had a general idea of what I wanted musically
To say.
but I couldn't put it in form. Say, well, do this and this a major, minor. I couldn't do that. That's not my gift. So when I met Mel, and then we decided we was going to work together. He had me sit by the piano and just sing the song. And he's like, okay, he was putting chords together as I'm singing. Like, damn, this dude's something else. You know, at that time.
Yeah, that's a hell of a mix. That's a hell of a mix for y'all to, kind of plug it up.
Yeah, because at the time, I still was searching for other people to do the music. Either they was asking astronomical price that I couldn't pay at that time because I didn't have, the money or the job for that. So when I met Mel, and we were like, we had a deal, he bring down the price, and when everything hits, and he get half of the music rights and stuff like that. So we got into it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I guess it got to go like that, huh?
Yeah, we got into it, and I was amazed because either people that I went to before I met him, they couldn't do it. Like one guy, I sung the song, and he was like, well, we'll get back with you next week. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah.
So with Mel, he did it right then and there.
Yeah,
Put the chords together, then he put the bass together. I'm like, okay, this dude is something else.
Yeah, chemistry is a very difficult thing. Like sometimes that's why some people stay with the same barber. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just everybody isn't gonna have that flow that match yours. So that's why I think it's important. Like when you do kind of find somebody that you know what I'm saying you can create with, you kind of want to keep that locked in.
Yeah. Because I had a female friend, she listened to some of the music and stuff, and she was like, the way that you write and the way that he's doing the music fits together so well. So.
What's one of your favorite, like what's one of your favorite records that melodic, that did, or just, I guess one of your favorite records in general?
I got two songs. We were doing this song, what is it? Anything.
It's called Anything.
Yeah. And because I haven't done music, I had to be coached by Melodic, because he's like, okay, the song is like, I used to feel so sad and blue, But now I feel so brand new since you came into my life. He said, stop, stop, stop. You started off jazz, and then you switch it. He's like, that's almost contemporary pop or, something else. So he's like, you start with, and traditionally you start with jazz chords and you will end with it. But me not being musically trained, I just did what was inside of my heart.
Yeah, what was the feel? Right,
Yeah.
right.
And he was like, I can do it, just give me a second. And I was like, well, we gonna call it jazzy pop.
Wow.
So we just, that was mixing different styles. I came up with the name Mixed Musical Arts. Because every time I go, Mel would stop, like, God damn, bro, what are you doing?
Like what is this?
Yeah, and to a degree, I didn't tell Mel, but it was kind of intimidating, not knowing music and dealing with him and the way he did his process. But we got it done, and I was happy. The next one, this is a funny story. We had a song called So Funky, and I know music because I listened to it.
Yeah.
And I just heard something in my head, and it's like, doo, 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 doo. That's all I can do, not knowing music. And then he went to the bathroom, he came back, and he's smoking a joint, he started laughing. He said, I know what you're trying to do, but you're not doing it.
Yeah.
He's like, I see what you're trying to do. He was, so he showed me, no, this is what you're trying to do. I was like, okay. Another part on the same song. I said, I want you to elevate higher. He said, that's cool. We can elevate. I can take it anywhere you want me to take it. He said, but if we go 2 steps up, we're in a different key now.
Yeah.
I said, I didn't know that. So when we did it and played it back, I like kind of jerked back. I was like, damn, okay.
That discovery be everything when you kind of,
His thing with coaching me, it was like, there are certain rules. You can do all of this mixed musical arts or mulatto music, all this weird stuff, but there are certain rules you have to, abide by.
You definitely do, because it's like it's a. I always say this. It's rules to making chocolate chip cookies, and if you follow them correctly, you'll have chocolate chip cookies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you do have to follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? It's no wrong really way to really do it, but you do want to stay within the lines.
Yeah.
To really make that piece. I feel like good music has contrast. It has symmetry and contrast, like contrasting lyrics, contrasting bass lines, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would start here and then come here and then it brings you back.
Yeah.
Like a flow.
2 things else that I noticed and that I like about Mel. I was like, I got a guy at work, he's gonna do some harmony. Mel was like, I do harmonies too, I'm right here.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, well, instead of paying him, I can pay you. So he went into the thing of doing harmonies, the bass, stuff like that. He went down, and I was just like amazed, like, okay, the dude produce, he does harmonies. God damn, what else do you do? And I was really pleased with that, because some of the first songs, that's Mel and me. I got into the studio and he showed me, he'd say, do like this, like, hey, make that type of note, and next thing I know, I'm doing harmonies.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. I think the song that he did harmonies, then he put me in the studio and he said, okay, follow me. He was like, huh? Like at the piano, showing me that, and I was like, okay, what the hell? Okay, we got some magic going on in here. I think another time, but this is where I said, this is the man that I want to work with. Because I don't know music, music, just by listening to it and what I feel in my heart. We were working on a song called Thank You. He had the drum track. I like the drum track. And he was like, well, how do you want the bass to go? I was like, I don't know. Like I said, the first meeting him in our beginning, I was kind of intimidated by him because he know all this and I don't know anything. It's just what I know personally. So I was like, damn, what am I? So I was like, doo 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 doo. I was like, I want the bass go like that. The difference is between him and a lot of other people. He turned the music down. He said, hum it to me. What it sound like in your head. I said, God damn.
Yeah, y'all actually starting to, like, you know,
I
from the
said,
ground
God
up with it,
damn.
actually.
This is a motherfucker that didn't try to tell me do this and woo woo and you gonna do this. He said, what you hearing? Nobody never asked me that. You know, what are you hearing? We're gonna tailor make this music to fit you.
No,
Everybody else.
That's dope.
Everybody else.
This the beat, you know what I'm saying?
Do it like this and do it like this. So it took a time. It was tailor made to fit me.
Yeah.
Last one, we did a song called Time. He had a female friend there, and it was like the tension was in the air because we were concentrating so hard, and the room was quiet, and we going through the chords and stuff like that. I wish that I could save you. And when we did finish that first verse, and we played it back, and he put it all together.
It's different.
The female in there, she was like, I'm so proud of y'all.
Oh, that's what's up. That's
because it was so intense in there.
Like the whole process of making a song, yeah.
It was
she
so
had to see it. She got to see it
And when
firsthand.
he put it together, it was like, wow, that's mine. You know, it's like, that's my baby right there. You know, so it's been a minute. It's been a journey.
I feel like that's one of the like pleasures of life, though, actually hearing or seeing like the finished product that after you then, you know, spend some time working on it, hashing at it, like, you know what I'm saying, like just trying to get it right, you know what I'm saying, all the mess ups, and then just seeing it come together, hearing it finally.
Yeah.
It's no better feeling.
It's like the music drum roll, where the guy's playing.
You mean the movie Drumline?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got you. Yeah. I was
he
like,
was playing the drums, and then the guy showed him what he's doing. It was kind of like that, because when certain things, he was like, "Well, what do you hear in your head?" And I was humming to him, and then I seen the wave files of it, and I was like, "Damn, that's me. I did that."
yeah, so y'all not, you and a lot of y'all not going on YouTube, or you not even actually rapping on pre-made beats already.
Everything is tailor-made.
Everything ground up.
Tailor-made to fit the songs that I already had in my head years before I ever met him.
Well, a lot of rappers, you know, kind of in the same boat as you, actually. You know, like that's a normal thing. You know,
it's a little bit different when you have rappers and singers.
Yeah.
It's similar, but it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because you got the key, stay in the key structure of what he's preparing for. This, to me, not knowing music, it was like if you in the Wild West and he's laying railroad tracks. All I got to do now is just go in those railroad tracks that he already laid. Without those railroad tracks, I can do it, but if somebody didn't tailor make it to fit me, I would be lost.
Yeah. Yeah, then that's y'all process. How long have y'all been working together?
Oh, maybe more than 10 years.
Oh, wow, that's dope.
We got quite a few. Got about 4 or 5 albums, working on 6.
Yeah.
So we trying to get out there. I got a video page of my music and stuff like that. King David Jr. And I go through CD Baby Pro. So when they upload it, it's on there for life.
Nice.
So that's on YouTube too.
You have all platforms.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So what's future plans, like, to what's next for King David Jr.?
I mean, we got enough songs right now. I just got a few left over, beats and stuff like. Well, not beats, but music that I bought from Fiverr from a guy from the Ukraine. And then it's just basically this summer I'm just performing the music and stuff like that, live shows, because there's enough music to last us a while. Because Dr. Dre only has 3 albums,
Yeah.
but 2 of those albums, shit, that's been going like 20 years from now. So
yeah.
in the beginning it was like I got to do this many songs like Tupac or had this stuff, but that was the wrong idea, because it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality.
Yeah, I agree.
After doing the music and stuff like that, I want to ultimately put a band together.
Nice.
I call my music mulatto style because in certain situations in my personal life, a lot of times I wasn't black enough for certain people. Even though that I studied with the Nation of Islam as a teenager.
Wow, you talking meaning like other black people, basically.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So, I'm part Spanish on my father's side.
Okay.
And I just wanted to have my band to represent the crowd. When you go to a show and it's only black people and it's only white people, those are the good artists. But when you go to a show and there's a multiple races, those are the great artists.
Oh yeah,
and I
transcend it.
I want my band, I wanted to have men and women, musicians of all colors or whatever, because people can see themselves in my music, not just the musical sound, but just the presentation of the music.
No, I think that is actually on par or on key exactly how music works, though. Relatability.
Yeah.
You know, like just like how you said it, like you want to see people want to see themselves within the music. You know.
Yeah. Because who never went to a movie where it was only one black person in there, but that was your favorite black actor,
and
you went to go see that?
Yeah.
Bunch of people. That's how they hook you in.
Yeah.
So I just want to do music, get paid for it, and just make an honest living. With this new style I call mulatto music.
Mulatto music. That's the style you would say this genre is.
I mean,
could you elaborate a little bit more? I guess like
it's more alternative R&B. It's R&B. I heard a few people say some of your stuff is R&B, is bluesy and stuff, but some of it's a different form of R&B I've never heard before. So it's actually in the alternative. How that came about, me and Mel was working on a song called Dance For Me. And I told him, my father's people are like part Latino, and I want to do something with reggae and some Latin sounds. And we did the song, and when I seen him next, like maybe a couple of weeks or a month or so, he was like, yeah, I let a few people listen to that song, Dance For Me. And he was like, they like it. I was like, really? I thought they were like the blues or.
Why is it like that though? Why is it never like the tracks we like? You know, produce. Like I intended for you to like this song, but it's always a song that you might we just put that together.
Yeah, because I had Mel towards the end of the song. I said, okay, all I need is a Spanish piano solo. And we had some Spanish guitars in it. But my reading, reggae and Spanish music are kind of like cousins. Because originally, Jamaica had a large Spanish community. And then, the slaves were brought in and stuff like that. So there's a big correlation with Spanish and reggae. And we just put it together. And it came out good. So I was like, well, maybe we need to keep mixing music together. It's kind of like Bruce Lee. That's why I call it mixed musical arts.
Like a mixed martial arts. Right.
Because Bruce Lee, he wasn't full Chinese, so a lot of people didn't want to work with him.
Really?
Because his mother was half white.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
That's why Brandon came out looking mostly white when he started doing movies and stuff like that. And he had to face a lot of discrimination because you can't see a picture of Bruce Lee with the class. No one wanted to work with him.
Wow. Wow.
So he was like, well, I can take the essence of Hapkido. I can take the essence of jiu-jitsu and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've been making my own.
It's like I'm the musical Bruce Lee.
Nice.
That's
nice,
how I see
nice. That's a good metaphor. That's a good metaphor.
Yeah.
That's a good metaphor. And I feel like, you know, we all like are unique in our own way. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's one of the great things about music. We're just trying to figure out what works for us and what don't work for us. You know. But I didn't know that about Bruce Lee though. You actually taught me something new, actually.
Yeah, because he would look at a style and say, what is the essence? What is the best part of that style?
Yeah, and then take that.
And what is the best style, best part of this style? And that's what I did musically. What is the best style, best part of reggae, Spanish? Okay, put the pianos, the guitar and the pianos, and mix it all together. And with the help of melodic, it came out good.
Is there any artist you would see yourself want to work with?
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars. That I feel like I could get that. I could get that.
Yeah, everybody. When I had a guy named Sean LaRick Mathers. We did the video Time, and the next day he called me. He was like, "Yeah, man, I enjoyed being in that video," because he's the guy playing the bass in the video. And he was like, "You remind me so much of Bruno Mars." He said, "I met Bruno Mars years ago, and people used to talk trash about him and stuff like that." He was like, "If y'all linked up and met, y'all would vibe good." Another person I would want to, he's not really an artist, but he can play that goddamn guitar. Afro Man. I know that sounds funny. Afro Man can play that fucking guitar.
Yeah.
I've heard some music that if he took these weed songs and turned it into a love song, I believe that shit could hit.
No, I believe it. He kind of stay in one. I haven't heard him just since the old Dave Chappelle days. It's been a minute since the Bay. I remember his style.
Because I got high.
Right.
And yeah.
Is there anyone else you besides Afro Man and Bruno?
I would just say just bringing new artists and working with artists like Dave's Loaf, like Big Sean, people that's from the
city.
Detroit.
Yeah, the city.
Representing Detroit.
How do you feel about the wave right now? What's going on, like with the resurgence of Detroit? Like I kind of feel like we've been having a new energy.
Overdue. It's long overdue.
Yeah.
It's long overdue because back in the 80s, they tried to resurge it, but it was like, we did like hip hop stuff, but it wasn't quality hip hop. So after that, Detroit kind of got a bad name. But I think now, with this mulatto music, with this alternative R&B, because I can easily switch styles. Because some of my stuff, me and Mel, we add rock and roll. It's not heavy rock, but it's R&B with a rock appeal.
Nice.
Like Bell Biv DeVoe, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Hip hop,
You would call them rock, Bell.
No, it's just the mixing, how they named it.
Oh yeah, right.
Hip hop, smooth down on the R&B beat.
Yeah.
That type of thing. How you're mixing the music together. Because I want everybody of all races, all cultures, listening to my music. We have one song. It's called "Come Get Your Love." It's R&B based, but it has an Indian sitar.
Oh wow. Timberland would be proud of y'all. Timberland love them Indian sounds.
Yeah, he just sampled a lot.
Yeah, he just sampled a lot.
With the Indian stuff, with the Spanish stuff, integrating all of those elements, I think I would have a wide audience, and that's what I'm hoping, the widest audience of any R&B or music singer, period.
Any young acts you like? Are you like a Chris Brown fan or? Do you
Yeah.
ever listen to some of the young acts for inspiration, or
I mean, I
you kind of
actually,
in your own lane, basically?
I mean, I'm in my lane,
Mhm.
but just like mixed musical art, it can be adaptable to
Yeah,
go into different types of music. Because I did some hip hop stuff. It's a song called Flex on You. That's kind of hip hop sort of mixed with R&B. So I'm versatile. Just like Bruce Lee was versatile, I'm versatile with this music.
nice, nice. I always tell people when I usually have this thing about being like water, flow like water. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Yeah.
beat a cup. You know what I'm saying?
You put water into a teapot,
It becomes the teapot.
You put me on a jazz trap, I become a
Yeah.
jazz singer. You put me
Yeah.
on a rock song,
Yeah,
I become
and
the rock
becoming
singer.
that, you know what I'm saying, and being one with, with whatever you trying to output.
Because the way that I have mixed all of these different styles, you can put me on a tour with anybody.
Yeah.
Now, if you put me on a rock tour, I have some rock type songs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it definitely rock, but it has a rockish feel
Bass,
to it?
yeah.
Or R&B acts. I had some stuff like soul stuff. I had, some alternative, So I think I'm going to be the person that's going to bring black love songs and loving a woman. Men are not obsessed with this hip hop type of stuff, bitch.
Yeah.
They don't. Men are not obsessing over women like we used to back in the day.
Like, I don't know why, I don't know if you've seen the interview, 50 Cent said, we make porno music today.
Pretty much.
Like, yeah. But I mean, I honestly feel like people been talking about this forever. I mean, if you break down the Al Green songs from back in the day, I mean, what do you think he was talking about? What do you think, if you replace love with, another word, what do you think they talking about?
You have to be intelligent enough to read behind the words.
Yeah.
And
that was the more consensual thing, where now today you can just be blunt as possible.
Yeah, fuck this bitch, put it in your mouth, suck it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, I'll say this from a personal standpoint. A lot of these R&B, hip hop young acts, in their 20, 21, 26, a lot of them, why it's so sexual, not only because the record company wants it, but
sex sells.
Sex sells. It's always been that.
It's always been that.
Some certain type of level. But a lot of them ain't never seen a man love and romance their mama.
Yeah, I would go. I would say that. I would say that's part of the times. And that's just a whole different conversation. Just how they have men and women together today in general.
Yeah.
How many households really breaking? How long do marriages even last today?
Yeah.
It's a very much different day we in today.
Because I grew up with a stepfather. He's from Montgomery, Alabama. And he was very romantic with my mother. When he bought my mother flowers, she would put it in the vase. She would make sure she told me that your father did this, and she would smile how it made her feel. I seen that. So this is why there's some sexual songs, but some of my songs are romantic.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's what you gotta be. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. I do feel like that's what's missing in today. It was a saying. They were saying guys aren't posing on the album art no more. That's why. Remember the old Casey and JoJo days, the Keith Sweat days. They was kind of leaning, looking.
Yeah.
I feel like the '90s was probably the last good wave of the love songs, and ballads.
You
and
know
stuff
what?
Like that.
I was over. The guy who works on my car, who's my mechanic, he's Jamaican. He had a friend over there, over his house, and I was letting him listen to myself, some of my music, and he said, "This is nice, but a lot of people just going in the sex road." He said, "But if you came into the '90s, you would have made a killing with all of these songs."
Oh wow, you think you just in the wrong time frame?
No, I think you have to wait for the cycle to emerge.
Yeah.
Like you had the Black Power movement of, hip hop, and then it went gangster, then it went dance, so there's certain cycles music has. And I think when that cycle making lovey-dovey love song, loving on a woman, making a woman smile without being sexual, I'm gonna be in the first row.
Yeah, and I actually still think people actually still do listen to love songs. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, it's depending on what you go for. You know,
I had a female friend. Dig this. I'm at our house and I'm chilling, and she said, David, after 2000, because she had a little playlist of nice romantic songs, and she said after 2002, I can't find anything that's romantic. You know, Joe, people like that.
Oh yeah, that was about right.
After early 2000, everything is mostly sexual.
Yeah, literally. That was like the time frame jump, and it's so weird just because I think things are always progressively going in a direction. Like you see how, you know, the government just trying to get rid of TikTok.
Yeah.
And TikTok is one of the newest things of how people discover music today. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of dancey. I feel like it requires all the stuff that's going on today, but you know, I feel like we're always going in a direction.
Yeah.
You know, and I do feel like just give it time. You know, we'll be back in there because I mean, you can't just do it the same.
I believe that my time is coming. You know, because I know back in the day, Mel was like arguing with me. Was like, you know, you got to put your shit out. You got to do. You can't stop doing that. But it was like a lot of my stuff is on the lovey-dovey stuff. But I broke my leg some years ago, and he said, he was like, you got a lot more serious about your music now. So I'm putting stuff out, about to do shows, stuff like that. I feel confident my day is gonna come.
Is there anything you got to say that can motivate the next artist, you know, on the way up?
I'll say this. This is a story that I had was told. God had some young kids over his house. He said, you know, y'all pretty. He met him up there at the Artist Village, and he was like, y'all come to my house. I'm gonna give y'all some free studio time for free. I like y'all. So I come over his house. We in his basement, and he let me listen to the music, and they were like, da 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 da. I'm like, what? Are they talking about cars? Or are they talking about shoes? What is these are teenagers? And he was like, yo, those are different type of cars. At 17, 15? Like, okay. So he said, he stopped the music. He said, how much money do you have in your pocket? In your pocket? He said, I ain't got no money in my pocket. He said, why you ain't got no money in your pocket? He said, because I ain't got no job. He said, well, why you ain't got no job? He said, I ain't got no job because of 5 or 6 various reasons. He said, whatever those 5 or 6 various reasons that you don't have a job, that's what you need to be rapping about. Not no bullshit you ain't got.
That's real shit. That's real shit. I like that.
And always remember, words have power. What was Tupac?
Definitely.
Constantly talked about death.
Well, look what happened. Same with Biggie Smalls.
What was his first album then?
Life After. Oh no, it was Ready to Die, and then Life After Death. Just like Dexo.
Words have power.
Words have very big powers. That's why it's always good to speak a certain way.
One of the biggest labels, they call themselves Cash Money Millionaires. They millionaires.
They millionaires.
They done sold everybody. Then people can say Death Row. Well, what is Death Row? You on Death Row. You about to die. What happened to Death Row? Everybody on Death Row.
Suge Knight is on Death Row. I mean, he's locked up.
Pretty much.
Yeah, right now.
Words have power.
Yeah, they very much do. They very much do. They very much do. Like, to think about Jay-Z's career versus Biggie Smalls. What did Jay-Z talk about? He was just talking about hustling and coming up.
Making money.
And making money. And what did he end up? He ended up being very successful, you know.
Words have power.
Yeah.
Watch what is King Solomon saying? Life or death is in the power of the tongue.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I done got last couple of years got deep into manifestation. I listened to Neville Goddard, Steve Harvey was the one that did it for me when I broke my leg. Brian Tracy, Les Brown. I listened to a lot of The Secret. So that's the best information I think I can give.
No, I can dig it. Yep. So I mean, I ain't want to take up too much of your time. That's my guy King David Jr. Man. You know, got a good little interview. Got to catch us next interview. We'll be back with y'all shortly.
Yes.
And that's it, man.
Oh.
Thank you.